All right. So we rolling here? Okay, how you doing? All right, yeah, okay. My engineer had to help set up for me real quick. All right, how you doing? Yo, my name is Stephen Armstead, and AKA Prince Messiah, and I'm here to address a very important issue. That's destroying the very fibers of our community. All right, I'm talking about the destructive behaviors of our beloved urban street youth. Um, what factors actually contribute to these impulsive motives of our troubled adolescents, and how can they be reached? So this interview is constructed utilizing a behavioral social cognitive ideology. All right, and this is I constructed it that way, so it's in hopes that we may better understand some of the thoughts and feelings of these enigmatic but oftentimes misunderstood troubled youth. But more importantly, this interview is specifically designed to allow the volunteers to gain a better perspective of their own negative thoughts and behaviors, as well as the negative thoughts and behaviors of those around them. So, without further ado, I'm going to let these brothers get a chance to express themselves, okay? My brothers, when you were little, was there anybody in particular that you may recall within your own family or community, that behaved kind of extremely, violent or aggressive? They was just wilding out.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple cousins, a couple brothers and stuff, so, everybody gets angry, so they act out however they feel is necessary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You my brother?
I got a couple people in my community where they act aggressive towards each other, and then it just gets out of hand, and then can't control it.
Okay, all right. What was their behavior like? And do you remember the first time that you saw them react aggressively? What was the behavior like? And do you remember the first time you see them get it lit? Get it crazy.
I can.
Go ahead.
I can say when they got aggressive with each other.
Yeah, just first time you seen anybody in particular that you could think about just wow out for the first time. What's the first time you ever witnessed violence or see something crazy like that?
Ironically, the first time I ever seen someone really start tipping was at a football game.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little kid, Pee Wee football.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know how it really started, but they're going back and forth, and I remember just looking up in the stairs and niggas getting shaking. Yeah, it was getting shaking in that.
How about you, my brother?
Like I said with the first question, the community, it's half the side is one thing, half the other side is the other thing, and then some of them don't mix.
Right.
So when that come together and you start jacking what you jack, and then you start,
I can dig it.
Get crazy.
All right. So let me ask y'all brothers something. What was your opinion or your thoughts or your feelings, of that incident? How did you feel when you saw that when you was young? How old were you, first of all, when you saw that?
When I first seen that, PB football, how old were you, 5, 6?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was 5, 6 when I first seen people really getting and shaking.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have thought they was fighting over money or some shit.
Yeah.
But my first thoughts, I'm not gonna lie. Being a kid, obviously you're let's go get Roddy too,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I didn't really think too much of it. I saw them fighting. I mean, obviously that that really plays a big part in your life. You know what I'm saying? When you first see somebody really getting shaken, now you're like, all right, I can fight back. You know what I'm saying? You listen to your parents telling you don't fight, don't fight, don't fight, but then you see somebody else fighting. Now you're looking at them like, all right, so maybe it's not that bad.
Okay. You my brother. Your thoughts and feelings the first time you seen somebody behave aggressively or, just get crazy with it. What was your first thoughts and feelings? Or first of all, how old were you? And then what were your thoughts and feelings behind that?
All right, so my first age was I think I was 10. And I seen them beefing and they started fighting. I'm like, why we fighting each other? We supposed to be a block. Why we can't stick together and be at block? Why we fight each other? It's just the two gangs they segregate us and makes us apart.
Right.
And the society now is it's getting worse and worse and worse, and we just keep killing ourselves.
Okay. Let me see where I'm at here. So these individuals, that you see become aggressive, or even what you witness or what you view, how does your community as a whole view these individuals? How do they see them? In what light do they see these individuals? How are they viewed in your communities?
I mean, in your sense, I mean, I guess my block is like that as well. Believe it or not, those are the guys that when you were a young bull, like a pup or something, you look up to them guys. Like you look up to them, you look at them like, yo, you gotta think about it, these guys. These are the same guys that got all the money, that got all the girls, that got literally everything that you strive for. Yeah, as a young individual, you know what I'm saying, growing up, not understanding that the way they got that claim to fame in a sense is from doing crazy shit like beating niggas up, robbing niggas, all this crazy.
You just kind of took away from one of my questions that I was going to ask. That's cool though. You know what I mean? Because I'm glad you said it, because you actually going in the direction I was going. My brother, I don't mean to cut you off. I just, but go ahead, brother. How about you? You feel the same way? How was they viewed in your community? Were they similar, or did
I feel the same way? Because like all the young people in the block, like they look up to the older people. And all the older people make sure the young people are good.
Dig it.
So like that's one thing I could say that will bring them together is the younger people on their block. Like, so say one young person get in trouble and like something, or they disrespecting their mom, like they'll get on you about that, and then they'll stick together for that. But if it's something else, it's over. Like, but that young people, they bring you together.
Yes, sir. All right. Now we're gonna discuss yourselves a little bit here. All right. So there's gonna be a little bit of introspection here. What was your very first experience like? Saying like first time you became aggressive, or the first time you got a lit. Saying what was your very first experience? And you don't have to get too much into detail, but like how was that experience for you? First time that you acted out aggressively, and how old were you, and how did you feel about it?
How old was I the first time I got a shaking? I was a pup. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I knew it was over something stupid. Like, he took my seat or some random shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but probably was like first time I really got in. I can tell you the first time I got in trouble for it.
Okay.
First time I got in trouble for it was like middle school. Like that's the first time I got caught fighting. But I don't really remember the first time I fought.
Do you remember the feelings, the thoughts, like after it was done? Like, do you remember how you felt after that?
You mean after I got in trouble? Because once you get caught, it's a totally different situation than when you get it shaken and it's done, it's over with. But I remember thinking, damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, being stupid.
But your initial impulse, like prior before getting caught, how did you feel? I mean, the fact that you expressed yourself aggressively or whatever, you got lit like that.
To be honest with you, I kind of, and me looking back at it now that I think about it, it was a young way of thinking about it, but I was satisfied. Like, I was like,
sick,
this
keep
nigga
it
ass.
Yeah,
you know
dig it.
what I'm saying?
All
I'm back on the block with it. I'm going to tell everybody. Everybody, all the girls gonna look at me, and that's when you used to get cool points for shit like that. You used to love that, like you get in a fight, girls be on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I was satisfied.
Yeah. And you, brother, how'd you feel?
All right, so my first time, actually, I didn't even fight the first time, but actually about to get it on was playing football. Like, refs blew the whistle, then you just see a kid come hit me late. And like with plays like that, you can get injured badly. So I got up, took off my helmet. I'm like, yo, what's up with you? Like, I'm at least like 13 now. So I'm like, what's up with you? Like, I'm ready to fight. And then the refs is about to kick me out the game because I'm pressing him and stuff. And then, like, thinking about it, like, because my coach had to sit me down and, like, actually calm me down and talk to me about it. Like, it's okay. Like, you didn't get hurt. You're fine. And then what made me not want to do it again, because when I had practice, I had to run no practice. Because I almost got kicked out the game. So, football, that's a good punishment right there.
Okay. So, let's see what I want to say here. Okay, good question. I want to filter it just a little bit. So let me ask you something. So if somebody pisses you brothers off, or you become angry, what is your first impulse? What's the first thing or reaction that you would like to give?
personally now,
Mm-hmm.
if you asked me this question maybe like a couple years back,
Okay.
my reaction now before would be totally different. Like now it's like I know that people do not factor any like are not a factor in my life. Like just what you did or said to me. Now it's just like, I mean, obviously it took time to realize that,
Absolutely.
but it's like, you know what I'm saying, like nothing you say or do to me really alters my life. Like I'm really control of this wheel right here. You know what I'm saying in my life. So it's like, how can I allow your thoughts and feelings, which everybody has a thought.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You got an opinion, everybody got them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do I allow your thoughts and opinions to dictate my next move?
Okay.
So if I allow you to get me upset, then I'm not thinking rationally.
And if I caught you, what, 5 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, maybe like 5-6 years ago, we would have got it shaken. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I saw you, it was on sight. Like, I never really waited. Like, it was never, I don't care if I caught you with your mom, your daughter, it don't matter. I'm going to catch you, and I'm going to tell your mother, your whatever, what you did.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that it had to happen like this, but it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Justice.
I'm going to catch you when I catch you. But now it's just like,
Okay.
I see you.
All right, my brother, you. How about you too? So like now, you know what I'm saying, or even that, like if you become angry now, or somebody piss you up, somebody violates you, you know what I'm saying, like what would be your first reaction? What would be your first impulse?
Alright, so now, like, since I'm older, like, I remember my mom, the quote that she used to always say, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. So, like, now, like, when people try to get in my head, like, try to bother me, and, like, I either walk away, or I'll just tune you out, put in some headphones, listen to some music, bump some Meek, bump some Drake, you good. Like, walk away, you Gucci. And that's it now, but a couple years back, it would have been probably a different story.
So, asking you guys this question: if you was to ask, you know, from your hood, from your neighborhood y'all from, if you was to ask somebody in your neighborhood that very same question, what do you think their answer would be?
I mean, people about 50 with you, yeah, niggas. People probably still get it shaken. Like as soon as you say something to them, I know a lot of guys you can't say nothing to them. Like, hotheads. Like you can't say nothing to them. Like even if it's a joke, they gonna take it as serious and they gonna try to fight you or do some nut shit like shoot you or something stupid.
You too? Or
I feel the same way. Like, cause sometimes you can't bring the hood out of some people. Like,
Seriously.
Like you take a horse to hold the water, you can't make him drink. Like, that's really it.
So I guess my just two more questions, fellas, and I'll let you gentlemen go. One question is, so, and you kind of answered the question. So you feel like there's some alternatives to expressing your anger other than becoming aggressive?
Absolutely. You can take whatever they say and use it to your advantage. Yeah, like just because you think I'm not nice or something, or you say something about some nut shit, you know what I'm saying? I could take that. I could walk away from it and not let it manifest, but I could use it as coal to my fire inside. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you say I'm not nice in something, don't mean I can't work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or just because I know a lot of things like back in the day, bro. Like niggas was broke, dog. Like you do whatever you can. You know what I'm saying? Just because you call me broke don't mean I'm really broke, nigga. Like I'm gonna go out and go make means to so I can look fly next time you see me, or so next time you see me, you can't even say nothing. You looking at me like, damn. I was wrong last time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he had that in the stash.
Okay. You know my brother, you same thing. You feel like there's alternatives to aggression, that there's different ways of being able to express your anger, or you know, when somebody violates you, or do you feel like there's only one way to deal with situations like that?
Nah, there's multiple ways you can deal with it. Like one that he said, use that negative energy that they give you and build up. Like I always tell people, like, if they say I can't do nothing, I be like, don't put a ceiling over my possibilities of what I can and what I can't.
I like that. Good answer.
So, like, the ceiling is the top. Like, sky's the limit. Like, keep going. Like, don't stop.
I'm gonna hit you guys with, and this is gonna be the summary. You know, and in your own words, you know, in your own opinion. What is your opinion? Let me make sure I word this correctly. What is your overall opinion concerning the violence in our community, especially, you know, amongst amongst adolescents and juvenile. What's your opinion about the violence in our community?
It's terrible, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's people. Obviously, I mean, I don't know, man. Just because I see just because it's like, how do I say this? Just because, I guess you know how the rates of brutality go up and down.
Yeah, fatalities. Yeah.
Fatalities go up and down, bro. I see that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got homies that get popped every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it hasn't gotten better. It's only getting worse. And unfortunately, sometimes things gotta get worse to get better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta see what's going on around you. You gotta see, like, damn, like, my homie just got popped. Damn, that was your homie too. Like, we all at the same funeral looking at each other, mourning a person that just was mutually friends with all of us. Maybe it takes little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, segregation wasn't good until Dr. King and Emmett Till and all that extra shit. So it's like, maybe this is the time where shit is going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously the strong survive. Whoever will make it out of that. Out
of chaos comes order.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I think of it like that. Like, shit's going to be bad right now. It's gonna get better.
All right, my brother. Just briefly, same question to you. What is your opinion overall about the violence in the community, especially amongst gentlemen your age, or younger?
Like now, like the society we in is really bad. Like, you got the gangs raising up the young bulls, like raising them up to be just like them, like making sure they follow in their footsteps, but like. You can't always let them follow your footsteps. Like, you gotta show them a different path of footsteps. Because if you just show them your footsteps, then when they get older, they're gonna do the same thing over, and the same thing over, and it's gonna keep following.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's just never gonna get better. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
All right. Well, thank you, my brother. Listen, I want to thank these two gentlemen for taking the time out to speak with me. And being open and honest. Brutal honesty is rough, man. But you know what? I'm gonna say to you two brothers, man, that you got good heads on your shoulder, man. I don't know if it's because of where you at here at the college or whatever, man. But both of you brothers actually got really good heads on your shoulder. So again, I want to thank both of these brothers, and it is my hope that this interview provided some type of insight, as well as some awareness to these brothers, so that they might have some, it might allow them to use that new found insight, to kind of like gauge their own thoughts and their own behaviors, all right? And that's it. Somebody actually tried to click in on it. They almost messed my video up here. All right. So anyway, gentlemen, this is Prince Messiah, man, and I'm out, man. And I hope that not only did they gain some insight, and I know I did, but I hope somebody else, gets something from this as well, man. Because we're a work in progress, man. And only thing I could say is that to those at-risk youth, in our society, that basically society has written off as being lost causes or whatever the case might be, that you're not lost causes, my brother. It's the only thing you are, man, is diamonds that are rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Roses that grew up out of the concrete, man. All right, this is Prince Messiah, man, and I'm out, man. You know what I mean? So, peace to my brothers, man.
Sir.
Hey, we gone. All right.